Hello everyone and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. You join me in NeoBurgh and we're actually back at the city where it pretty much all began, Burgh Le Marshes. This is because it has become apparent that our current cargo solutions just aren't really cutting the mustard. So what I've noticed is in the cargo panel, um, we have a number of areas where cargo simply isn't really getting to, and also what I've noticed is that these lines, one of them's quite busy and is going into the center, and the other one is not very busy. It's really dropped off a cliff and it's not really taking as much as it should be. Another thing is we've got all this space for additional cargo lines and we simply aren't using it at the moment. So what that means is that we just aren't really making full use of what we've got. And today I want to set that right and change things up for Burgh Le Marshes. So I think the first thing that I want to do is quickly just put in a depot. I might not do this around this area because it's quite a main area. I might put this somewhere down here somewhere. Just here will do. Let's just straighten up a little bit. Something like that. So that we can put these all into storage, so to speak, and then reuse them when we've set up some additional lines. So I want to just completely completely change up how we've got the lines currently. So to do that, it's probably best if we actually remove the lines that we have, and that would just allow us to hopefully set up lines that are a little bit more meaningful, a little bit more direct, and delivering goods. These ones were literally just a couple of streets apart. It's kind of pointless to have them so close together. So what we need to do is, if we go into this layer, Burgh Le Marshes has also grown a great deal since we last addressed the cargo. So I think what we need to do is probably just set up a few stops that are just quite far apart, not on a road. That one's, I've already broken my rules. So a little bit far apart on roads that aren't being used by the public transport. So we'll change this up a little bit, take that off there. Oh, no, I don't want to delete that road. I want to just take that one out. So this should cover this area down here. And then we need maybe one up here. This looks like a good spot. Annoyingly, the road is not together. So you can see that there's a little crossing there. That means there's two separate roads, which is a little bit annoying because that would have been perfect. So these two cover those areas. Then we need to do one out here somewhere. This is kind of perfect. And that way, if it grows out this way, hopefully it will also be fine there. And then one in this direction. So hopefully these will cover the main areas of Burgh Le Marshes. We should probably have one centralized one, which will most probably become the most popular one, but we need to cover all areas that want cargo. So that would be 5 stops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. So perfect, quite frankly. So we're going to just connect these up. We want these to be going to their equivalent drop zones. So if we put this one on number 3, we would allow it to go to number 4 as an additional, and that one can come down here. And we'll let it go to number 2 so it doesn't cross over itself there. Nice, okay. We'll use this middle one, number 5, and number 6. We'll allow them to fill up and use that one for the middle one. Why is it changed to number 9? We wanted number 5 and number 6. There we go. Just get it back in order. We'll use number 7 and number 8 for this one down here. And then we'll use number 9 and number 10 for this one here. So these would be individually set up. Hopefully all those vehicles have come down here. They have, that's good. So if we put 5 of these on each of these lines, then we should have 5 left over to use in various ways, but probably just gonna put them on the busiest line. So we just need to name these now. So this is a cargo via the road. It's for Burgh Le Marshes. In fact, that's number something, and it's for Burgh Le Marshes. It's done with dashes, isn't it? Le Marsh. Cool. So that's going to be the naming scheme for these. So I'll just quickly pop these on. These particular lines, and we need to know how many of them there are. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this would be number 26. Number 27. Number 28. Number 29. And number 30. There we go. So these are all set up now. Hopefully that will be a lot more distributed out rather than all on one particular line. What we can do is recolor these lines. What color should we go for? We've done green. I feel like we've done blue. I might keep it red. I quite like red. So I'll keep it as red for Burgh Le Marshes. We'll just go through and change these colors. To red. There we go. So Burgh Le Marshes can keep its red trucks. We might need to do something here because traffic is causing a bit of an issue. Putting traffic lights on may actually help here because it then dictates which traffic goes a little bit more. But failing that, what we could also do is possibly do a road over, something like that, which may allow us to then connect in this side a little bit better. So you've got the third one. That one, number 30, going into the middle. So that could come down here, and then if we had a road which goes over the top, so to speak, we could avoid this traffic a little bit. So if we did a road connecting down here, and then we take out this road, let's just work out what we're doing here. So take out that lot. We can do a connection there, and then we can actually connect these in relatively straightforward. Just like so. And then we can have this road connect into these. So I would maybe want this to come through like so. Similar here. This one will be connecting in there. That one connecting in here. And then all of a sudden, hopefully, we'll have those road lines going up this way. Or at least that's the hope. This might need to change over for that to happen. There we go. Boom. Nice. Okay, so that's set up the way that we need it to be. We could even change this over and then hopefully it'll be a little bit more of a direct route through. Yep. That is now, and ultimately everything's coming back that way, but it doesn't have to be, because we could do something like connect this bit into this, possibly. I don't know. I don't know about that. So if we did this road still coming through like so, and then did that connecting in there. Right. Okay. Let's see how this does, because ultimately we've reduced how many connections are here. I will hope that we will actually improve things here. We might want to expand this, because I noticed that this was just causing a bit of traffic there where stuff wasn't necessarily coming all the way through. So we'll add another one on there, and hopefully that helps with that one. We've also got this route through here, which is quite busy. We've got a fair bit of traffic going that way. However, number 30 looks to be the busiest so far. So if we put the remaining 5 on number 30, that should hopefully keep things moving a little bit faster. What we do need to do is go into these and make sure that they're loading, but only for 30 seconds. And then hopefully this will allow Burgh Le Marshes to grow at levels that it hasn't been able to before. So ultimately this will just be picking up whatever it can and taking that into the city. Burgh Le Marshes has some very high demand for various different things, including machines and tools. And while we're on that note, I just want to double check something, which is this over here. I noticed this between episodes that we don't have enough vehicles on this, and it's not getting stuff to where it needs to go. So up that 10, and then hopefully that should be fine. Because ultimately, it's getting everything through from the supplier. It's just not them passing it through to go off to where it's needed. Southwold and Hailsham are growing, which is good. This is doing quite well. It's getting 100% of its supplies through. It's pretty much sending everything to where it needs to go. And there was another thing down here that we set up, wasn't there? I think that might have been it, actually. This is now connected. It's sending bricks to where they need to go. So hopefully that additional trucks going through will help get things to where they need to go. In fact, we're quite busy here with things. So that line could do with some more. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, Burgh Le Marshes, it is struggling a little bit with public transport as well. So if we just go into these and double them up, maybe even triple them up so it goes up to, I thought it would go to 32, that's fine. Hopefully that will pull through a lot of the people that are waiting. That is the hope, at least. It's mostly just here, actually. I should have double checked that before putting all those on, but it will allow them to move through the city, and hopefully less private transport will be used, because ultimately quite a lot of it is trying to go out this way, and it looks like the traffic's, touch wood, somewhat coping now since we've taken that connection out from this road. So hopefully we'll have a lot more stuff going to Burgh Le Marsh here. If I just pause it for a second. No, we don't. One thing I noticed is that we've got a lot of logs here, which should be going to this one. But for some reason, they're not. And that's because this is sending to Burgh Le Marsh. We don't want that. So if we go into the Dover lines, and it's probably easiest just to remove the delivery here. So then not to deliver those things down at Littlehampton, and then all of a sudden this stuff won't have anywhere to go. It should be moving to where it needs to go. This line's quite busy. Maybe it's because this one's going down that way as well. I don't think that's necessarily why. Look at all this traffic. Aha! That may be why. So these don't need to be... So we need the ones where they're connecting into the main road to be traffic lighted, but other than that, they don't need to be. So hopefully that helps. Because we've got a lot of traffic coming through here. It wasn't able to move because of this bit here. But that shouldn't be the case any longer. So we have ultimately revolutionised the connections through for Burgh Le Marsh. Now hopefully it will mean that more cargo is getting to where it needs to go in Burgh Le Marsh. It's probably just going to take a little bit of time to get through to where it needs to go. We have huge demands for goods, so hopefully we'll start to see those trickle through. One thing that I noticed is that Coulsdon is quite a popular destination for Dover, with 100 people going for both shopping and work. So it only makes sense, in my eyes, to have a direct route through for Coulsdon. And this road here is pretty much a direct route through. So if we just pause this for a second, I think what would be best is if we snip this back a little bit and then did this road coming through direct to Coulsdon. So this will need to go into a tunnel here, and hopefully that will go right the way through to here. Hopefully it doesn't come out there. Nope, good. And what we can do is connect this into here, and then it doesn't necessarily remove the connections that we already have, but it creates a much quicker way through for Dover. And I anticipate that's probably going to become one of the busiest ways through now, so we probably need to keep an eye on it. However, with everything changing around here, now this main route through isn't that busy, which is quite ironic. Instead, we have some really good direct connections through to the main cities from Dover. So we have a direct route to Littlehampton, we have a direct route down to Swindon, we have a pretty much direct route down to Ilkley, we have a direct route down to Burgh Le Marshes, we have a direct route up to Bawtry, we have a direct route over to Alford, and this direct route pretty much goes down to Shildon. So hopefully having a more direct route through to Coulsdon up here, it should relieve a lot of the traffic that's coming through this way, but only time will tell, because currently there's about 100 going both ways, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that, and keep an eye on all this traffic. I think now that we've put this as traffic lights, it should start to flow through a little bit better. It's just literally the traffic couldn't go anywhere. It was all getting jammed there. So hopefully that's going to help a fair bit. We just need to keep an eye on Burgh Le Marshes, because hopefully it should start to grow now that we've put some new routes through for cargo. It should mean that cargo is starting to go to where it's needed, rather than to the couple of places that we were delivering to, and that should hopefully help it grow a fair amount. I can't believe how much just putting in bus lines here has helped. So I might have to look at doing that in the other cities, to be honest. But for now, I think I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully we will start to see the charts go up with regards to how much cargo goes through here, because if I'm honest, before it wasn't really coming through for Burgh Le Marshes, but now we've got more stuff going that direction, and we just need to actually provide these down that way. So this, for example, needs more vehicles. And wasn't there another goods somewhere around here? Was it this one? It must have been this one. This one's already just going straight on that train line, which is perfect because there's a lot of capacity there to take it to where it needs to go. If we could get machines on that line, it would be perfect, quite frankly, because it would pull that through to the cities that need it, including Winsford, which wants quite a few. And then down this side, Littlehampton and what have you. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one. Goodbye.